Hi, and welcome again to Center for Self-Balance. Today we're going to talk about something I think is pretty interesting, and it's a way that we tend to forget about thinking about things. And it's a term that I came up called circumference thinking. Typically, the way that we tend to communicate with each other, and especially in today's days of technology and quick responses and sort of texting mentality, keeping things really short, which is really kind of cool in many ways, but it creates a situation in our minds sometimes that we speed up everything. And when we speed up everything in the way that we think and communicate, the ego tends to dominate the conversation more. And when the ego dominates, we run into a situation where we aren't listening as well. We speak in terms of wanting to defend our positions more. We need to be right more. All those things tend to come up, which ultimately we get a little bit of a benefit out of it by being able to be right for a period of time, or at least think we're right. But it usually deteriorates the communication a little bit. So this idea of circumference thinking it's the idea being that the circumference being the outer side of a circle. And I call it circumference thinking because if I was looking at something in the middle of this circle from all angles, and this was a three-dimensional thing or a multi-dimensional thing, it's going to look different from all angles of the circle. So what we're going to be talking about is circumference thinking, which is being able to slow down the process and look at this particular issue or what somebody's saying or what the particular subject is that we're studying from a variety of different perspectives. In doing this, it slows the ego down so that we can actually communicate, because we're actually listening from that person's perspective, and that person may be communicating another's perspective. And it allows us to be able to see things from lots of different sides. And when I do that, I am more present. I have a much greater ability to engage, to be actually exhibit empathy, which also tends to further communication so that we can keep talking. Without this idea of circumference thinking, seeing it from all different sides and slowing our process down, the subject matters and the topics tend to be shorter, tend to be more emotionally inflamed, and we walk away oftentimes feeling like we're more solidified in that we don't have much in common with that person. Where in reality, when we slow it down and begin to look at things from all perspectives, we gain connection. We gain appreciation for we may have more in common with each other than we think, because we now understand what the other's thinking. And I've always believed that if you don't understand a topic from another person's perspective, if you can't argue the other person's perspective, then you don't understand it well enough. And so that's also a way to sort of slow down the ego in terms of being able to communicate effectively and keep yourself in balance. Thanks for stopping in today.